बोले 10वीं थी मुहर्रम की जो पहली जंजीर कुछ कफन के लिए हम रहा नहीं लाया हूँ बाप को छोड़ के बेगौरो कफन आया हूँ कुछ कफन के लिए हम रहा नहीं लाया हूँ बाप को छोड़ के बेगौरो कफन आया हूँ पैखाने में तला तुम है
Now I'd like to request Brother Umar Khanji, who was Marwa's favourite English lecturer, to come to the member. Salawat और मोहम्मद वाले आप अगर आपकी गुजारिश अगर आगे आ सकते हैं तो बेहतर होगा सलवात और मोहम्मद वाले
محمد آل محمد سلام
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين أحمده فوق الحمد الحامدين الحمد لله الذي نور قلوبنا بأنوار المحبة الألهية وأكمل لنا ديننا بولاية المرتزقية وتم نعمته علينا بهداية الهيدرية ونصلي ونسلم على سيد من خلق المؤمن الحق بالحق حبيب إلهنا وطبيب نفوسنا أبي القاسم محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الهداة المهديين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من يوم إدارتهم إلى يوم الدين اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا معينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا وعما بعد فقل اللهم اجعل محياي محيا محمد وآل محمد ومماتي ممات محمد وآل محمد صلوات الله. Brothers and sisters in Iman, Assalamu alaikum. Before we start the lecture, let's please recite the Surah Fatiha for, of course, Mahuma, that we are all gathered here to commemorate and remember and pay our respects. And I would like to extend my condolences to the family of Mahuma and Zulfaqar Haydar Naqvi in particular. And inshallah, for all of us, the only gham, the only sorrow that we face in our lives and have in our lives is the gham of Hussein. And all the other ghams and all of the other sorrows can be acceptable to us and we can bear patience with them for the gham of Hussein. So please recite the Surah Fatiha for Marhuma and also for yourselves and ourselves. Alhamdulillah. In Ziyarat Ashura, inshallah, those of you who recite it every day, and if you don't, make a pact with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that before we enter this month of Ramadan, that is coming upon us, inshallah, that we will make it a program of our lives and our daily lives to recite the Ziyarat al-Ashura. Ziyarat al-Ashura is one of those ziyarats that, even though on the face of it should be recited on the day of Ashura, but you will see that in all our sort of Eids that we have, on all our important occasions, whether it is the 15th of Rajab, or if it is the 15th of Sha'ban, or even the 15th of Ramadan, that we are told in all of these occasions that the Ziyarat al-Husayn is the highest act that we can carry out. Amir al-Mu'mineen says that for a person who goes a day, 24 hours, without committing sin, that day for that person is an Eid. So therefore, if we aim to live our lives that we are in the servitude of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we try our best to abstain from sins, then that day is a celebrated day. In Ziyarat al-Ashura, this dua is there that I've just recited. We say, Allahumma ij'al mahyaya mahya Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad, wa mamati mamata Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. You have all heard this dua. It's something that we all recite, and we sincerely ask for this. But when you look on the face of it, what does this mean? What does this dua mean? Oh Allah, make my life similar to the lives of Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Can we really achieve this? Is this an achievement that is, first of all, easy for us? How did Muhammad and Ali Muhammad live that we want to live the same as them? Do we have their patience? Do we have their servitude? Do we have their knowledge? Do we have their forbearance? Do we have their guidance? Do we have the patience that they showed? If you look at the lives of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad, the difficulties that they went through for us, you will see that we would not maybe be even able to have one of their masa'ib, one of their things that they went through, we would not be able to bear that. Then we say to Allah in this ziyarat that make our death the death of Muhammad. You will see that from the head of the family till the end one, all of them were killed. All of them were killed. 11 are poisoned, or one of them will be poisoned, and one of them at Karbala was killed by the sword. Is that how we want to die? Are we really asking this from Allah, that this is how we want to die? That we want to be poisoned? That we want to be killed by the sword? No. So what does this dua mean? So why do we ask for this dua? We have to look and see what is the main component, what was the one unifying aspect of the lives of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad that we can also share and have with them. To understand this and to get this a little bit further, we have to look to the Quran for everything, for all our answers. We look at the story of the birth of Jesus. The peace and mercy of Allah be upon him. That you will see when he was born. And the rabbis, the Jewish rabbis said to Mary, where did this child come from? Because you are not married. Your mother and your father are very pious and chaste people. So where have you brought this child from? Allah says to Mary, point to the child and let him answer. So now Jesus wants to introduce himself to everybody through what? Through the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. says, قَالَ إِنِّي عَبْدُ اللَّهِ. I am the servant of Allah. First and foremost, the first maqam of Jesus, Abdullah, servant of Allah. آتاني الكتاب وجعلني نبيا. Allah has given me a book and He has also made me a prophet. 3 maqams here. Servant, a prophet that has a book, because not all prophets came with a book or a gospel. Thirdly, a prophet of Allah, prophet of Ulul Azm. Again, out of 124,000, not all of them were Ulul Azm. Then he says, and this is the point here that I want to focus on, وَجَعَلَنِي مُبَارَكًا أَيْنَمَا كُنْتَ وَأَوْصَانِي بِالصَّلَاةِ وَالزَّكَاةِ مَا دُمْتُ حَيًّا وَبَرًّا بِوَالِدَتِي وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْنِي جَبَّارًا شَقِيًّا. So he says that Allah has created me Mubarak. What does Mubarak mean? Again, this has become a very big misconception amongst us, that we think the word Mubarak means happy. You will see, Eid Mubarak. Yeah. But this Mubarak does not mean happy, it means blessed. There is a huge difference between happiness and being blessed. Again, this is unfortunately a Western society's way of thinking, that everything should be happy, that we should never have any sorrow in our lives. Everything is happy. Have you seen? Even Easter, that commemorates for them the crucifixion of Jesus, they say it is happy, happy Easter. And this is now filtering in amongst us, that we only think that, for instance, Friday is Jummah, so therefore it's Happy Friday. No, it means Mubarak, that we have to have this barakat. Therefore we will see that the lives of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad and the deaths of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad is Mubarak. It is blessed. You look towards their lives, how did they lie? How did they live? It's all blessings. And in their death is all blessings. If we follow in the footsteps of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad, then our lives need to become blessed. If our lives are not blessed, then we have not achieved that end goal of ours, that is being what Allah says in the Quran, Minal Faizeen, to be of those who are victorious. You must look at Marhuma's life. Marhuma, first of all, was a devoted mother. This in itself is an unbelievable maqam. Number 2, Marhuma was a devoted and loyal wife. This again is something that is extremely blessing. If a man has a loyal wife, it's one of Allah's greatest blessings. Because we look at even the life of our prophets. Some of his wives were not loyal. And you see how much difficulties they caused for Rasulullah. Thirdly, and most importantly, Marhuma was a teacher. Teaching and being a teacher was the job of all Anbiya and all Imams. Marhuma's own mother was my Quran teacher. She taught me how to read Quran. So you look at someone's life is blessed and is blessed. How many people has Marhuma taught something that has been useful to their lives? Every time I recite Quran or teach from the Quran, a portion of that sawab goes to Marhuma's mother. If this life is not a blessed life, then what is a blessed life? If this is not the life of Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad, then what is the life of Muhammad and Ali that we aspire to? Just a very quick example about being a teacher and how much this has an effect, especially with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One day Jesus and his disciples were walking past the graveyard. Some of the disciples decided to stop and pay their respects at the graves. When they got to one of the graves, as about they were going to pay their respects, Jesus said to them, let's not stop here and let's go by quickly. The disciples said to Jesus, why did you not allow us to stay there and told us to walk on quickly? He said, because the person in that grave was being azab, was under the azab. He was suffering the punishment of the grave. They went on their journey. On their way back, they went past the same graveyard. When they went past that graveyard, Jesus went to that grave when he had told his disciples not to stand there, and he stood there and he paid his respect. The disciples said to Jesus, on the way you said not to stand because this person was being punished in the grave. On the way back you have gone yourself to pay respect. They said, yes, because this man who was buried here, his son has gone to school. And in school, the teacher has taught him these words, Bismillah Rahman Rahim, in the name of God, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Because that teacher has taught his son that Allah is merciful, Allah has removed the azab of the grave from this man. So you see, my brothers and sisters, if you can at least teach one word, you don't have to be a professional teacher, even just to your children. How beautiful some of our traditions have become in our life, that our children, when they're toddlers and they want to get up, they want to stand up, we say to them, say Ya Ali, and stand up. What a beautiful zikr that we are teaching our children, that every time you fall down, you want to get up, say Ya Ali in the name of Mawla, get up. This in itself is a teaching and it's a blessing. Sayyid al-Shuhada, in one of our hadiths is written this about Sayyid al-Shuhada. They have not mentioned which one of his children this was, but on the face of it, it could not have been Imam al-Sajjad, and it could not have been Hazrat Ali al-Akbar, and also it could not have been Sakina al-Kubra, because in this hadith it says that one of the children of Imam Hussein had gone to school. And we know that our Imams did not go to school. They were taught by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly. They did not have any need for an external teacher. But in this hadith it is written that one of the children of Imam Hussein had gone to school. When they come back from school, Imam had asked that child, what did you learn today in school? The child responded, the teacher had taught us this, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. That's it. Imam said to that child, go and bring your teacher to me. So that teacher came, sat down. Imam said to the teacher, open your mouth. The teacher opened its mouth. Imam came, Imam Hussein came, and kissed the lips of that teacher. Then Imam took some golden coins and poured it into the mouth of that teacher. Then Imam asked for a few other gifts to be given to that teacher. The teacher said to Imam Hussein, what is all of this for? What have I done? He said, you have taught my child this few words. Because of these things that you have taught my child, I am doing this for you. So look at how much your life can be blessed if you follow in this way and live your life in this way. Then we look at the maqam of the mother. I do not have enough time to go into the maqam of mother. What is mother? What is motherhood? Why is it that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen a woman, a female, to be a mother? And through a woman, humanity is continued. Why is it this earth is known as Mother Nature? Just so that we can understand the maqam of the mother and the respect we have to pay towards our mothers. Just a few things and then inshallah we'll move on. Rasulullah says that the
Narae Takbir, Narae Risada, Narae Haidari, Narae Haidari, Salawat Muhammad wa alayhi Muhammad.
Rasulullah says that the first thing that Allah created was light. Then he says, the first thing Allah created was my light. From my light he created the light of Ali ibn Abi Talib. He then goes on to say that me and Ali are the fathers of this ummah. So you look at the maqam of Rasulullah. Who was Rasulullah? What was his place? What was his standing? Then he says about his daughter, Fatimatu Abiha. What does this mean? The first thing that God created was the Prophet. Yet Rasulullah is saying, my daughter Fatima, her maqam is that of my mother. Why does he say that about Fatima? He is trying to instill in us the importance of the mother and the mother figure. Which is why Jesus, when he said what his maqams were, he then says, Allah has created me and commanded me to be dutiful to my mother. And if I am not, then I am Jabbaran Shaqiyya. My brothers and sisters, especially the younger ones, if you want to have a good life and achieve a maqam and reach a place of standing in this world and in the hereafter, one of the most important things you can do is to serve your mother and father. What does that mean, to serve your mother and father? At the very least, not to make them upset with yourselves. But at the very highest, make them pleased with you. If your mother and father are pleased with you, then know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with you. Simple as that. One of the Sahabas of Rasulullah came to Rasulullah and said, Ya Rasulullah, there is a young man, he was with us in one of the battles. He is very ill, he is sick, and he has called for you to come and visit him. Rasulullah got up and he said to his companions, let's go and pay a visit to this man, see what is wrong with him. They went into the house, they went into the room of this young man who was on the bed. Rasulullah looked at him and he said, he is very ill. He is very sick, and in fact, he is now breathing his last breaths in this world. So let's prepare him for his passing. So Rasulullah sat at the head of this boy and he said to him, say La ilaha illallah. The boy just looked at Rasulullah. Rasulullah said to him again, say La ilaha illallah. The boy just stared blankly at Rasulullah. He couldn't open his mouth, he couldn't open his tongue. For the third time, Rasulullah said, say La ilaha illallah. The boy refused. Rasulullah said, where is the mother of this boy? They said, she's in the next room. He said, bring her to me. The mother came into the room. He said to the mother, has this son done something to you that you are upset with him? She said, Ya Rasulullah, yes, he has done something that I am extremely upset with him, and I will never forgive him for what he has done. Rasulullah turned around to his companions and said, go and bring me some sticks and firewood. The mother said, why do you want firewood for? He said, I want to burn the body of this boy. She said, why do you want to burn the body of this boy? He said, because if you are not pleased with him, the fires of hell is going to burn him. So I'm going to burn him with the fires of this earth. She said, I will not allow you to do that, for he is my son. Whatever he has done, then for your sake I forgive him. Rasulullah is saying here that if even Rasulullah has come to your deathbed and he is there doing dua for you, reciting Surah Hamd for you, but if your mother is not pleased for you, there is no shafa'at for you on that side. Another man came to Rasulullah in the masjid. He said, Ya Rasulullah, I have a great hajat, I have a great need in my life. Can you make dua for me? Now look at this. Rasulullah makes dua for anybody. Rasulullah said to him, do you have a mother and father who are alive? He said, Ya Rasulullah, my mother has passed away, but my father is alive. He said, go and tell your father to make dua for you. Inshallah, Allah will give you what you want. As he got up to leave, Rasulullah turned around to his companions. He said, Allah will give him what he wants. But I wish his mother was alive, because if she had done dua for him, Allah would have answered him sooner. Hazrat Musa used to go to the mountain of Tur to speak to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly. Every time he would go, Jibreel would come down and he said, Musa, hurry, your Lord is waiting for you. One day when Musa was going to speak to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Jibreel came down. Musa was rushing up the mountain. Jibreel said to him, Ya Musa, slow down, slow down. He said, Jibreel, every time I came to go to the mountain, you said to me to hurry up because Allah is waiting to talk to me. Today you are telling me to slow down. He said, yes, because today your mother has just passed away. While your mother was alive, she would make dua that while you are going up the mountain, that you will not fall down and get hurt. But now your mother has passed away, there is no one to do dua for you. My brothers and sisters, if your mothers are alive, if your fathers are alive, may Allah keep them for you. But if your mother has passed away, and your father has passed away, their physical body has passed away. Their soul and their spirit lives on. Their soul and the spirit is waiting for you. They are making dua for you. They're looking out for you. So do something for them. Do something for them. What can we do for them? These two things. These two things. At the very least, do these for your parents that have passed away. What are these two things? These two things were the main two concerns of the mother of entire creation, Hazrat Zahra alayhi salam. What were these two concerns? We have hadith from Rasulullah that says, Razallahu man raza Fatima. Allah is pleased with whoever Fatima is pleased with. Who is Fatima pleased with? Who? Fatima has just given birth to whom? Sayyid al-Shuhada. Rasulullah takes this child from Fatima. Rasulullah starts to cry. Rasulullah starts to kiss the lips of this child. Rasulullah starts to kiss the throat of this child. Fatima has just given birth to this son. Oh father, is there something wrong with my child that you are crying so much? Fatima, Jibreel just came down to me and said, this grandson of yours that you are holding in your arm, they will kill him, your ummat will kill him while he is thirsty in between two rivers. He is now telling a mother who has just given birth this story. What was Fatima's concern here? Ya Rasulullah, when they kill my Hussein, will you be alive to cry for him? No, Fatima, I will be gone. Oh father, will I be alive to cry for my Hussein? No, Zahra, you will die soon after me. Ya Rasulullah, will his father Ali be alive to cry for him? No, Fatima, his father Ali will also be killed. Ya Rasulullah, will his brother Hassan be alive to cry for him? No, Fatima, Hassan will also be killed before Hussein. Fatima's concern, number one, Ya Rasulullah, so who will cry for my Hussein? Who will cry for my Hussein? Rasulullah says, oh Fatima, there will come a people, generation upon generation, men, women and children, young and old, who will cry for your Hussein. It is written here that Fatima became happy, she became pleased. So number one concern, my brothers and sisters, if you want to bless the spirit of your mothers and fathers if they're not here, if you want to give your mother and father blessings in this world while they're alive, then follow this command of Imam Rizal. Ya ibn al-Shabib, in kuntu baqiyan ala shay'in fa'abki lil Hussein. Oh son of Shabib, if you want to cry for anything in your life, then cry for Hussein. Second concern of Fatima. What was the second concern? It was this. When she was passing away from this world, imagine this scene. Bibi is lying on the bed. Her children are surrounding her. Amir al-Mu'mineen is there. She said to Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ya Ali, I am dying. I am going from this world. There's a few things I want you to carry out. You have all heard this. Ya Ali, bury me at night time. Do not allow these people to come to